Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel Accounts Simplified. If you are new to my channel, please take a moment to subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you can be notified when I upload the next video. Make sure you're watching the video till the end. Alright, without wasting much time, let's quickly dive right into the world of accounts. In my last video or in my last class, I have solved a problem on accounting equation. In our today's class also, I will be solving one more question on accounting equation. We will be solving it together. So please go grab a notebook and a pen and let's together solve the accounting equation problem. So here's the question, which says that they have given us the following business transactions, and we will have to show these business transactions in an equation form, in an accounting equation form. And also they have stated that we will have to represent the accounting equation, the last accounting equation, in the balance sheet. The new accounting equation, we will have to pass those items, we will have to show it in balance sheet. So two things we will have to prepare. Let's solve it together. So the first accounting equation. Okay, before starting, I have provided the link in my description box on our on accounting equation, where I've discussed all the basics on accounting equation. If you did not watch, my new viewers, you can go and watch those videos first. And if you did, then continue watching. First business transaction. It states that Mohan commenced business with rupees 42,000. So what will be the treatment for this? This 42,000, he has started his own business. So this we will be recording it on asset side, since 42,000 is our cash. Yes or no? It's an asset. So this 42 will be recording on the asset side 42,000, as well as on our capital side, because this sum of money is being introduced in the business in the form of owner's capital. So if you draw a line, you see 42,000 in the cash column, which is under the assets. The new accounting equation will be 42,000 assets is equal to, we don't have any liabilities because solely we are starting our business with our own money. Mr. Mohan has started his own business with his own money plus 42,000. So assets and liabilities plus capital, assets is equal to capital. Next business transaction, it says that purchase goods on credit. So what will be the treatment for this? Purchase goods on credit. You see, always remember, whatever you business transactions taking place in business, whenever we have to pass the treatment, we will always have to think from the point of view of the business. So when we purchase goods, what does it happen generally? Goods comes into the business, yes or no, and cash goes out. But this transaction is on credit basis. Cash does not go. It's on, transactions. Business transactions are basically broadly divided into two categories. It can be cash transaction or it can be credit transactions. If it's a cash transaction case, cash goes out from the business. But since it's a credit transaction, it does not go. Cash does not go out from the business. But it doesn't mean that we do not have to pay money. We will be paying money, but in future we will have to pay. All right. So in our assets column, we will write plus stock, because stock will increase by 8,400. And on our liability side, we will write creditors, which is equal to 8,400. We will be paying it in future. These are our future obligations. Now, if you draw a line, assets, under the asset column, earlier we had cash 42,000. Now stock has also been increased by 8,400, plus 8,400 we will write, which is equal to our liabilities increased by 8,400 plus capital 42,000. Now, if you see the new accounting equation, it is 42,000 plus 800 on our asset side, and on our liabilities side it is 8,400 plus 42,000. You see, assets is equal to liabilities plus capital. All right. The next business transaction is withdrew for private use. This means the owner, who is Mr. Mohan, who has started business, now he is withdrawing money not for business purposes, okay? He is withdrawing money for his own private use. When we withdraw money from the business for our own personal use, then that sum of money is known as our drawings. All right, it is not our expense, it is not the expense of the business, but that amount is being known as drawings. So when Mr. Mohan, who has withdrawn money 1,020 rupees for his own private use, which means the cash of the business will decrease. Yes or no? Always think from the perspective of the business, okay? Always always think from the point of view of the business. So 1020, we will deduct it from cash, and this 1020 we will be subtracting it from the capital, because drawings we always subtract it from the capital. Remember, in my first lecture on accounting equation, this is the video where I have given you 5 rules on the while solving the accounting equation problem. All our expenses, losses, drawings will be deducted from the capital, okay? And all the gains and profits will be added back to capital. All right? So if you did not watch, you can watch that video first, and then you can come and watch this video. And if you did, then continue watching. So we will deduct it. Now if you draw a line, you see cash column, it will be 42,000 minus 1,020, which gives us 40,980, plus our stock remains unchanged, plus 8,400, which is equal to our liabilities also remains unchanged. Nothing, we did not pay our liabilities, yes. So we will bring it down, 8,400, plus our capital was, earlier it was 42,000. Now since drawings has been deducted from the capital, which was 1020, it gives us 40,980. If you see, the assets is equal to our liabilities plus capital. Next business transaction is purchase goods for cash. Now this business transaction, what happens? Mr. Mohan, he purchased goods, but earlier it was on credit, now it's on cash. So our cash will reduce, yes or no? He purchased goods for cash 6,000. So 6,000 rupees, we will be deducting it from cash, because goods is coming in and cash is going out, and our stock will increase by 6,000. Now if you draw a line, in business, always whatever transactions takes place, it will always have two effects. If the item is being debited once, then the next time it will be credited. So always remember, in business, all the transactions will always have two effects. So minus 6,000, if we deduct 40,000 minus 40,980 minus 6,000, it gives us 34,980, plus if you add the stock column, it will give 14,400. That's our new accounting equation, and on our liabilities side, it remains unchanged, 8,400 plus 40,980. This is our new accounting equation. So you see, assets is equal to our liabilities plus capital. And also, one more points to remember is accounting equation. Whatever transactions taking place in business, accounting equation will always hold its place in the business. No matter whatsoever happens in the business, accounting equation will always hold its place. That is the reason why accounting equation is a very important concept in business, or you can say in accountancy. Now, next business transaction is paid purchases. Paid purchases, how much? It's rupees 180. So, when we pay wages is a form of our expenses for the business, yes or no? So, we will have to deduct this wages from cash because cash is going out. And what will be the another one effect for these wages? We will have to deduct it from the capital because all the expenses, losses will be deducted from the capital. That's the rule in accounting equation. Now, if you draw a line, the new accounting equation will be cash will be 34,800 plus 14,400 on the stock, which is equal to our liabilities is 8,400 plus capital is 40,800. All right. I hope till this much it's clear. If you want, you can take a screenshot of it. Now, moving to our next business transaction. Paid to creditors rupees 6,000. Paid to creditors. We are paying the amount. So what happens? Cash will decrease. Yes or no? Cash will reduce. So we will subtract 6,000 from cash. And this 6,000 we will again deduct it on the liability side because we have made the payment. So our liabilities will also reduce. Yes or no? Now if you draw a line, the cash column will be 28,800 and the stock remains unchanged, which is 14,400 equals to our liabilities will be 2,400 because we have made the payment. So our liabilities will also reduce plus 40,800 on our capital column. Now, next business transaction is, now if you see the accounting equation tallies, new accounting equation, assets is equal to our liabilities plus capital. Next business transaction is sold goods on credit. Now, we have sold the goods on credit. Whom we have sold? To our customers, but the customers have not paid the cash. So what happens? Cash will remain unchanged. We haven't received the money, but goods goes out from the business. Yes or no? The customer has taken away the goods from the business. How much? 3,000. So 3,000 we will deduct it from the stock. All right, we will deduct this 3,000 from stock because we have sold the goods. And a new item we will introduce under the asset column in the name debtor. Debtor means our customers. They haven't paid the money to us, but they will be paying. We will be receiving money from them in future. How much? Plus 3,000 we will write under the debtors column. All right. So if you draw a line, you see the new accounting equation will be cash 28,800 plus 11,400, which is our stock, and plus 3,000 are debtors we will be receiving in future, which is equal to our liabilities will be 2,400 plus our capital is 40,800. If you do the total, you see assets is equal to our liabilities plus capital. Now, next business transaction is sold goods for cash 2,400. All right, but the cost price was 1,800. This is very important. Please pay attention. Sold goods for cash rupees 2,400, but the cost price was 1,800. So in such circumstances, what are you going to do? Think from the perspective of the business. Please pause the video for a moment and try to think what will be the treatment. It will be assets, under assets cash will increase, yes or no? When sales happens, cash comes into the business, yes or no? So how much? 2,400 we will write under the cash column. 2,400 we are receiving cash, yes or no? And cost price was 1,800. The cost price of those goods was 1,800. So our stock will reduce. Yes, stock will reduce. We won't write 2,400, but we will write 1,800. Why? because that was the cost price of the goods, and 2400 was our selling price. We received the cash from the customers, so this 2400 we will write in the cash column, and 1800 we will write in the stock column minus 1800, because goods goes out from the business, yes or not? When sales happens, goods goes out, so 1800 we will deduct it from the stock. Now you see, earlier every transactions it had all the same number of figures, yes or no? Same number of figures. If you see the previous business transaction where the treatment was sold goods on credit at par 3000, see, minus 3000 plus 3000, same, the value was same, yes or no? The figures were same. But now in this business transaction we see two different figures, yes or no? One is 2400, another is 1800. So this difference amount, what is the difference amount? 600. This 600 is our profit, yes or no? Simple mathematics, selling price minus cost price is equal to profit, yes or no? This is simple maths. So this 600 profits, what happens? What will be the treatment for profit? Profits will be added to capital. Remember the rule which I have given you in my first lecture on accounting equation. All the profits, gains will be added to capital, and losses and expenses will be deducted from the capital, yes or no? So this 600 is our profit, or you can say is our income, yes or no? Incomes, profits, they are being added to capital. This 600 we will write under the capital column plus 600, all right? Now we will draw a line, and the new accounting equation will be assets. Under assets we have cash 31,200, stock, under the cash column we have, yes, 31,200, under the stock plus 9,600, and debtor 3,000, okay, is equal to liabilities we have 2,400 and capital 41,400. I repeat this business transaction once again. This is very important. Sold goods for cash, which was 2,400. So what happens? In our cash column we will write 2,400 because we have received the money, but the cost price of those goods was 1,800. So 1,800 will subtract it from the stock, and see, if you see the balancing figure, we have made a profit of 600, yes or no? This 600 we will add to capital, all right? I hope this is clear. So the new accounting equation turns out to be 31,000 plus 9,600 plus 300 under the assets column, and on the liabilities column we have 2,400 plus 41,400. If you do the total, you see assets is equal to our liabilities plus capital. Now the last business transaction is purchased furniture. Purchased furniture, which means we have purchased the furniture on cash, yes or no? So this 300 we will subtract it from cash minus 300, and under the assets column we will add one more item, which is furniture, plus 300. So now if we draw a line, you will see the new accounting equation will be cash 30,900 plus 9,600 plus 3,000 plus 300, our furniture, which is equal to liabilities is 2,400 plus 41,400. So if you see our new accounting equation where our assets is equal to our liabilities plus capital. So I hope you have understood this problem. If you want, you can take a screenshot of it and try solving some more problems on accounting equation. Now we have solved the problem, but half of the things are done. The second part of the question, what does it state? It states that we will have to represent the new accounting equation in the balance sheet form. I mean, we have to show it in the balance sheet. So what are we going to do? We are going to draw the format of the balance sheet, liabilities rupees, assets rupees, yes or no? And always remember, we do not write account in the balance sheet, we don't write debit and credit. It always have liabilities and assets and the amount column, all right, because balance sheet is a statement and it is not an account, which is the reason why we do not write debit and credit. I hope that's clear. All right, moving forward. So what was our capital? We will write capital, the amount we will write in our amount column, which is 41,400, and creditors was 2,400. Yes or no? We will write it, and on the assets column we will write all the items like cash, which was 30,900, then stock 9,600, debtors 3,000, furniture 300. Now if you sum up, you see the total of liabilities column turns out to be 43,800, and the assets column turns out to be 43,800, which means whatever transactions we have passed, it tallies, which means our accounting treatment was being done correctly. So I hope you have understood. You can, if you want, you can take a screenshot of the balance sheet as well as the screenshot of the accounting equation. So I hope you have understood this, how to solve or how to convert the business transactions in an accounting equation form, and how to convert the accounting equation in the balance sheet, how to post the accounting equation or how to show the accounting equation items in the balance sheet of a organization. Yes. So I'm assuming you have understood. If you enjoy watching this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and relatives. And yes, don't forget to subscribe to my channel to enjoy for more such content. Till then, record, reconcile and repeat. Thank you so much for watching.